Hello teachers, this week we've been talking about maths phenomenons, in particular in nature, Fibonacci in nature. So I would like to look in particular at symmetry in nature. This time of year is a really good time of year to get outside. I'm a big believer of young people being tactile with their learning, getting outside, experiencing nature. So this is a really great time, being autumn. There's lots of different colours in the leaves, and that's probably one of the prime tools that we'll reference to the different types of symmetry in nature. I guess in the lead up to this we can look at what symmetry is and create something in class. The old butterfly is a good example, alright, so the guys can just do that, the old symmetry. Alright, so I haven't done one there for a long time. Then we can talk about Fibonacci. I would say that I'm directing this towards an 8 to 10-year-old bracket. So with Fibonacci, it could be quite complex to find different things. I'm pretty fortunate, we've got a good variety of stuff in our backyard and in our front yard. Even so, it was really difficult to find something that really proved what Fibonacci was about, and identifying a particular piece of nature was quite difficult. We did find a little example of one, but I would say at an 8-year-old level they might find that a little bit too complex to grasp, although this is a really good example. But what you can find in nature that is a correlation with Fibonacci's ideas is petals that might have 3 or 5 or 8 petals attached. Okay, so this one's a really good one. It's got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just adding the preceding numbers to one another. So 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 3 is 5, 3 and 5 is 8, etc. So on. One of the easiest things that I found to find examples of in nature was an example of radial symmetry or rotational symmetry. Okay, so your typical little daisy that you find in your grass is a really good one. The kids will find those pretty easy. What I did discover doing this little activity was the potential for being a bit lucky in the schoolyard to find certain things. So there might be an opportunity for you to send the kids home, extend their learning with their parents at home or with their siblings to actually go out and find some certain things. But every schoolyard has trees, and with symmetrical bilateral symmetry you can find some good examples. But just finally on rotational symmetry, really great one. This is a little narine, great colours. Again, it's a great example of rotational or radial symmetry. Okay, so the kids will love that sort of thing. Great colours, and the kids will get excited about that, as well as just getting out there. Bilateral symmetry. Okay, simple maple leaf. Okay, what's going on one side is going on the other. So it's a really easy example, again, same as the rotational symmetry, to find out there. Okay, they're slightly asymmetric. Okay, so with the older kids you can talk about what is asymmetric. This is a little maple leaf. There's lots of things out in nature. Another really great example is this one. Beautiful red maple leaf, again symmetry. Fig leaf, perfect. Okay, again slightly asymmetric, so we could talk about that in the higher year levels. What I think is really important about this one is getting the kids to go out there and just make mistakes, find things. This might come into the classroom. I found this and I thought, well, it's a good question, and it's a real prompt to actually further the development, further the understanding. This is actually asymmetric. What's going on one side is going on the other, but they're not quite the same. So it's a real good example to broaden the conversation in the classroom. Maybe a debate could come from this, which is really good too. So Fibonacci, symmetry in nature, it's a really good activity. We can do it outside. We can find lots of good things this time of year just make sure that you know your yard, you know where things are, you know where to direct kids, and don't come up short with things. So make sure that you've got a good stash of leaves and things to also bring in for examples to start kids off with as well. Thank you.